Coming up on today's show, we're diving into the thrilling world of mystery with Clayton Habecker from Going Noir Mysteries. Stick around as we chat about the art of storytelling, mystery events, and what makes noir so captivating. Plus, we take a scenic trip to another stop on Georgia Farm Bureau's Farm Passport, where fresh air meets flavor. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Locally Florida. I'm Tori Glass, and today we've got a thrilling lineup for you. If you love a good mystery, then you're in for a treat because we're sitting down with Clayton Habecker, the creative force behind Going Noir Mysteries, where interactive whodunits come to life. And he's not just behind the scenes. He also plays a sharp-witted Detective Holden Gunn. Then we are swapping the city out for countryside as we visit the next stop on the Georgia Farm Bureau Passport. Before we hear from our guest today, let's find out what events are coming up in the area on our Florida Focus. A movie night like no other is coming to Pensacola Beach. Join the fun on Friday, April 11th from 7:15 to 9:15 for Cinemas in the Sand, presented by the Santa Rosa Island Authority. This beloved tradition invites locals and visitors alike to gather under the stars, feel the sand between their toes, and enjoy a timeless movie classic against the breathtaking backdrop of the Gulf of Mexico. The flick being shown is the 1998 romantic comedy, The Parent Trap. The movie starts at sunset, so don't be late. Bring your blankets, beach chairs, and favorite snacks, or you can grab some tasty treats on site. It's the perfect way to unwind with family and friends. Did you know that whales call the Gulf of Mexico home? Yep, that's right here along our beautiful coastline. And this spring, your family can set sail for celebration of them at the Gulf Coast Whale Festival taking place on Saturday, April 12th from 9 to 3 at Pensacola Beach. The Gulf Coast Whale Festival brings their story to life with educational exhibits, hands-on activities, and a one-of-a-kind puppet parade. And what's a festival without music? The Casino Beach Pavilion will be alive with the sound of the talented Pensacola songwriters, plus the premiere of Ode to the Rice's Whale, an original song by local artist Bob Teague. This festival comes at a thrilling time for whale lovers. The Rice's whale was only identified as a new species 4 years ago, and just recently, 2 highly endangered North Atlantic right whales made a rare journey along our Gulf Coast, reminding us why the ocean conservation is more important than ever. So bring your family, bring your friends, and join us at the Gulf Coast Whale Festival, a day of discovery, music, and appreciation for the incredible marine life that calls the Gulf home. Saturday, April 12th from 9 to 3 at Pensacola Beach. On Sunday, April 13th from 12 to 3 at the Place on Beale in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. Meet the Easter Bunny and snap a quick pic. Snuggle up next to baby bunnies, goats, and chicks at the petting zoo and enjoy an ultimate springtime photo opportunity. Let the little ones get creative with Easter crafts and coloring fun while you sip on something tasty from the mobile bar. Enjoy mouth-watering smoked barbecue, delicious desserts, and refreshing drinks, all for a great cause benefiting the children in crisis. It's a day of family fun, great food, and giving back. Don't miss the Emerald Coast Vibe Easter Extravaganza Barbecue with the Bunny on Sunday, April 13th. It's time to get your Cajun on, Florida. The 40th Annual Crawfish Festival, presented by the Pensacola Ice Flyers, is back and bigger than ever. It's taking place April 25th through the 27th in Seville Square. We're talking thousands of pounds of fresh Louisiana crawfish, boiled to perfection and brought to you by Cordova Crawfish Company, Pensacola's own. But that's not all. We've got all of your Cajun favorites: jambalaya, etouffee, gumbo, and a whole lot more. If you're not a fan of crawfish, no worries. They've got something for everyone. Dig into chicken baskets, po' boys, bloomin' onions, hot dogs, and other festival classics. And don't forget to save room for dessert because fried Oreos, ice cream, and funnel cakes are calling your name. After you grab your grub, head to the main music stage at Fountain Park and let the good times roll with live music all weekend long. Make sure to add Fiesta Pensacola's 40th Annual Crawfish Festival to your calendar, where great food, great music, and great vibes come together for one unforgettable weekend. For more information, visit fiestapensacola.org. Welcome back to Locally Florida. Our guest today is a master of mystery and intrigue. Clayton Habecker is the owner of Going Noir Mysteries, where he brings classic detective stories to life with immersive, interactive experiences. And if you love a good detective story, then you'll love his alter ego, Detective Holden Gunn, the hard-boiled investigator solving crimes with style. Let's welcome Clayton to the show. Clayton, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing good. And I love your costume that you brought today. Now,
thank you.
You're in character right now. So I want to have the interview with Clayton, but also we can't deny that you have brought Detective Holden Gunn here.
Sure. So Holden Gunn is just kind of a, what do you call that? A avatar version of myself.
Okay.
So Holden Gunn is kind of the game master of the show. If you think of Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
I'm the one that kind of controls the game and stuff like that. So I do have the ability to break the fourth wall, let the audience know you are in a mystery. This is how the rules are. This is what you're doing and stuff like that. So
how fun. I bet you enjoy every minute of being in character and then also having that, I guess, leverage over the audience when they're trying to solve the mystery. Well, can you tell us a little bit about how the interactive murder mystery show works? Because you've done a couple of these before.
Sure.
And we've got one coming up in April that we're going to talk about later, but just start by telling me how it works.
Yeah, so our shows are about 90 to 120 minutes long.
Okay.
And the thing there is you can get as involved as you want to. So we have people that just kind of sit back, they watch the story unfold, but everybody does get a solution sheet. To win the game, you fill out who you think the killer is, their motive, why they committed the crime, and then all the pieces of evidence that leads you to the killer and their motive. And if you write the most, that's how you win.
Okay.
But we have plenty of people that just, write, Gunn did it, just here for the food, which is absolutely fine.
I was looking at y'all's menu. The food looks pretty good too. Y'all have good menu items, and it's like a 3-course dinner that y'all provide for the guests.
So at Seville Quarter, we do a 3-course meal. They try to theme the menus out with the different themes that we have at the shows, and they take a lot of care in trying to make it as authentic to the theme as possible.
Well, that sounds really good. I'm getting hungry just talking about it. But I want to go back to the noir mystery, Going Noir Mysteries, the theater part of it itself. So
Sure.
How do you choose your themes for each production?
So there we typically try to stick with, a lot of them are in like decades. So like we have like an 80s show, we have a 1920s show, and it's pretty much to let the audience kind of dress up and get involved in the show. So we have like a pirate theme, stuff like that. So the audience can get dressed up, get involved with the mystery.
I didn't realize that part, that the audience can come in character too to be a part of it.
Yep.
What a good idea. Okay. So you have different themes and you kind of gear each event around each of those themes and then the murder itself or the murder mystery itself. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yes.
Well, that's so neat. Well, I guess how do you pick, or do y'all have a cast of characters? Tell me a little bit more about how involved the production staff is with each event.
Yeah, so there we typically have a cast of 6. There's myself and then 5 cast members that are the characters. and then one of those 5s dies, and then you're down to 4.
Oh,
so
gosh.
you got at least a 25% chance to get it right every time. So.
Oh, that's good to know too. Okay, cool. Well, how do you keep things fresh and exciting for people who have maybe been to one of the shows before? Do you have a lot of return audience?
Well, so there we have about 12 different scripts, and then we have more scripts that we're always working on. We just launched our brand new Valentine's Day show, which was a completely different concept that we've never done before. This one was, instead of just like traditional, like one of them is the killer, it was a masked entity that took over the TV screens, and then you were trying to figure out which one of the characters was the masked entity that took over the TV screens and did the murder. So,
oh, eerie, a little thrilling there.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's interesting. So what's next for Going Noir Mysteries? Do we have any events coming up?
So we do have our 1920 show coming up at Seville Quarter.
Okay.
I did not do my homework, and the date, I believe, is April the 26th.
Okay, well, we'll have the dates on screen too, just to make sure that those are right. But so we have something coming up for those watching that want to attend in April. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, and you're going to be playing your detective role right now,
Yeah,
Detective
that 1920 show, I'm pretty much always Gunn. I've done characters in the other shows. Sometimes I rotate around. I've got another guy that also does the detective role for me, but most of the time, yeah, this is my home base character. So.
Nice. And you were telling me a little bit before the show about how it's the production staff that writes the shows, or can you kind of give us a little bit of insight on that?
Yeah, so I've written probably about 6 of them, and
so
then
I recruit.
Yeah, I've written about 6 of them, and then I've recruited 2 other guys that I know, Brandon Mayo and Kip Hayes. We have worked on scripts together as well. So
I just think that's fascinating that y'all, not only put them on, but you write them, you act in them, and it's a full fleshed out production.
Yeah,
and,
one-man band, I get multiple-man band with the other writers.
Well, that's really neat. Tell us again where we can find out where to get tickets.
So tickets are typically on Eventbrite when we run them through Seville. We have our own Eventbrite page that we run, but we do partner with other venues around town and across the Gulf Coast, and then sometimes they do other ticketing systems there. But if you follow us on like Facebook or the venue on Facebook, you'll be able to get to the ticket links from there.
So we'll have all of the information on where to get tickets located on our screen, so be sure to check out Going Noir Mysteries. Thank you so much, Clayton, for coming on the show, and be sure to check out them on social media and get tickets online. Now, when we come back, we're going back to the farm to visit the next stop on Georgia Farm Bureau's Passport. Don't go anywhere.
Research to happen. And then I'm a little biased, but my favorite way that we help farmers is helping tell their story.
Wow.
And so we do that through our different magazines and videos that we have, like the Farm Monitor. But we also do it in a very tangible way, which is the Farm Passport.
Yes.
Yes, I love the Farm Passport, and that's what brought us here to the Mountain Valley Farm. Y'all are not just advocates for the farmers themselves, but also for the community, because you get to educate others on what the farm does, what their specialties are, and then invite them over to the farm so that they can experience it for themselves. So that's what we're doing here today, right?
Yes, I'm so excited to show you guys around.
Kelly, where are we today?
We're at the centerpiece of the farm. We're at the farm store.
Oh, I love it.
Now, I heard that they have every imaginable cut of beef and pork here, and I want to see some of the meats that are provided at the farm store.
Absolutely. What is so special about the cows that are produced on this farm is that they are pasture raised, so they have an amazing quality of life. Hormones are never added, antibiotics are never added, and they are treated super humanely. Every cut of meat, we know that it's quality. Like, the farm has its name on it, so they're keeping really good tabs on how they're feeding their animals so that they know what the end product is. I think what's so amazing about the quality too is that We're not talking about like a mass general production. We're talking about a family farm. They do it because they want to feed their own family and they want to feed their neighbors that are around them. Okay, so we've got some pork that is also raised on the farm. These pigs are, again, pasture raised. Their breeding is more heritage and traditional versus like just breeding for production and size. So you can breed to like have an animal grow quick and fast, or you can breed an animal to grow a little bit slower, but have a different, like, more flavorful taste.
Yes.
And so again, you're prioritizing your end product over production or money. Jersey cows may not have the highest production or volume, but they have a really great fat content in their milk, which makes it super flavorful. And Tori, another cool thing about Mountain Valley Farm is their tallow products that come from their farms. So they've got like a whipped cream tallow, that's a moisturizer for your body, but also they've got different types of chapstick.
So what exactly is tallow?
So tallow is a very specific type of beef fat that is very pure and very moisturizing.
Oh, okay. That sounds great for skin.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh.
So they can help you pick out any kind of cut that you're looking for.
Wow.
It looks really good.
Yes.
Kelly, thank you so much for having us and sharing all this information with us about Mountain Valley Farms. We've learned so much today.
I'm so glad that y'all came, and also don't forget to get your passport stamp.
What a great time, Tori. We had so much fun today and we learned a lot.
Yes, there were so many things in that farm store that I wanted to take home with me.
Oh
From
my gosh.
incredible cuts of meat, beef, pork, to the tallow lotion.
Yes.
They have it all. And Mountain Valley Farm is right in the backyard.
Yes.
Whether you're in Florida, Georgia, Virginia, you should make a stop over here to check out all they have to offer.
Yes, and also it's a place that you can bring your family and friends and have fun. What a great time. We learned so much.
We did learn a lot. Be sure to check out the next farm that we go to on our passport tour.
Thank you.
Did you know that using your smartphone in the dark could lead to temporary blindness and other physical issues?
This new information comes from the New England Journal of Medicine. In the study, 2 people experienced transient smartphone blindness. This happened because users looked at their phones with one eye covered by a blanket or pillow. Researchers discovered that one eye exposed to light for a period of time resulted in a short-term blindness in the other eye as it adjusted.
I've had this happen to me a few times, and yeah, it's pretty terrifying.
The other issue with that magnificent glow beyond just your eyes, these short wavelength blue rays can throw your body's master clock out of sync, altering hormone release, temperature, and other things your body needs to function the next day. Here is how to fix it. There is a built-in setting on iPhones called Night Shift. And for Android, you can get the free app Easy Eyes. Both tools allow you to set timers that change the color temperature to a soft orange that's easier on your eyes for late night scrolling.
And ideally, you really want to stop using your phone at least 2 hours before bedtime for the best amount of sleep possible.
What a day! A huge thanks to Clayton Habecker for giving us a glimpse into the thrilling world of Going Noir Mysteries. If you haven't experienced one of their events, you're missing out. And of course, our journey through Georgia Farm Bureau's Passport reminds us just how much adventure awaits, especially in the great outdoors. Thanks for joining us on Locally Florida. I'm Victoria Glass, and I'll see you next time for more adventures and discoveries from the Gulf Coast and beyond. Now, here's a song from a local musician to close us out.
Hey, y'all.